bronche. That's how we say brunch.
Here's to the ladies who say basic with their lunch. Be a queen.
Be a boss.
Ladies who brunch and pop it off.
Hey, we pop and pop it off. We pop.
All right. The episode's about to start.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ladies Who Bronche. I am Julissa.
What's good, everybody? This is Skittles.
And this episode, we are so fucking honored to have the talented, hilarious, our inspiration for a lot of what we do on this podcast. We are Latinos Out Loud. Who the fuck are you guys?
Yeah!
So who the fuck are y'all?
Wow. We do a lot of sound effects.
Who aren't we? Yeah. That's a great question. Who aren't we? The existential crisis of life. We go down the line. So Rachel, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, hi. I'm Rachel Ann La Loca Strauss Muniz. And I'm a podcaster. I'm a momedian, which means I'm a mommy and a comedian.
Nice.
Ooh.
Most of the comedy comes from home. Anyway, I literally picked up a turd today in the bedroom.
Oh.
Oh, that's like the third one in a week.
He told me, he's like, Mommy, I forgot to tell you when I was changing into my pajamas, it just slipped out in the bed.
Oh.
Wow.
I looked down and I was like, I got a good nose.
Wow.
Wow. Interesting.
I'm a comedian. I'm part of the Latinos Out Loud podcast. I guess I'm a writer, I guess. I don't know. I write some stuff. I don't know. How much else should I say here?
Where you repping?
I'm repping BK to the fullest. Gats up. I'm repping BK, Brooknam, cough up a long way. I'm from Sheepshead Bay, son.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
I'm from Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, but I reside on the Upper East Side of Manhattan now.
Hello, pinky up.
Pinky up, nose up, chin up. You know what I mean? Pull up and everything up on the Upper East Side. Yeah, I'm Dominican, and my dad is Russian Jewish.
Ooh.
Dominican, as they say.
Wow.
And, yeah, I have a really, really fond appreciation for both cultures.
That's dope. Have you been to Russia?
I've never, but I think I'm going to Israel in October.
Ooh. Are you doing one of those birthright trips?
Ooh.
Like, something like that. It's like adult birthright.
Yeah.
It's weird. I missed out on birthright.
Right.
And you know what? So all the Jew haters out there that didn't tell me about
Jew hater. Oh, shit. Jew haters.
for free when I was, 12?
Right, yeah.
You know, Jews go to Israel for free. It's birthright. It's like the right of...
Dominicans should do that too.
Yo,
I would have done that,
damn
yo.
well. Mad people be sending their kids. Vete
Yeah.
pa' allá, prende una vaina.
I would have qualified, but I missed out on that shit. But I think I'm making up for it as an adult, which I think is better anyway. 'Cause
Right.
Hello. You know, it's going to be fun.
I heard Tel Aviv is like lit. So the Israelis party really hard. I party with them at work. This is a like primarily Israeli company, and like, whoa, those motherfuckers party harder than Dominicans. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I did see
hard
a lot of
body.
Israelis in the club back in the day. Like, they were out there dancing, like Z Cavaricis and shit.
Yeah.
And rocking. So that's me. Is that enough of me?
yeah, enough of you.
All right. Enough of me. Who's next?
Michael Diaz.
Hey, Mike.
I don't have a middle name. I don't know what happened. My siblings actually have middle names.
Are you the only one who doesn't?
No, the oldest and the youngest, we don't have middle names. We're trying to figure out the mystery of it. Yeah, we're like, we don't have that. I'm the oldest, but I'm not junior. My brother's a junior. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm still, unpacking,
Yeah.
which I put into comedy because I'm like, why am I not a junior? I rep a couple of places. I rep New Rochelle. That's where I was born.
Really?
Yes. My interesting fact: the best man for my father's wedding was Greek, so I have some Greek influences.
Nice.
I love Greek yogurt. I'm actually part of my diet right now. Then I rep Connecticut hard body from the mean streets of a small town called Reading, Connecticut, of 6,000. But there was a lot of violence that involved deer.
Oh.
And then Washington Heights, I was there for 18 years.
Wow.
And now I'm currently in the South Bronx.
Hey, where in the Bronx you at?
Right near Yankee Stadium.
Oh, shit.
Everybody say that. Everybody says, yeah, I'm right near Yankee Stadium.
Because that's the only spot they know.
I'm like 10 miles away from Yankees. No, I'm just kidding.
Now there's
Same
that
train
people
line.
miles.
I said close to
What? And I don't know. Like when it comes to comedy, I mean, obviously Rachel and I, we've pretty much delved in every type of comedy, pretty much scripted, podcast, online radio, sketch comedy, Room 28. I've done short films, feature, blogged. So I think I've pretty much dived in every type of form of comedy.
Yeah.
And now it's just focusing on just writing and the podcast.
What about Christian comedy? Have you done that yet?
I dated someone for a while, and to make her laugh, I had to do some Christian comedy. It just didn't work out. I cursed too much.
Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah, so I had to bleep. Yeah. So, I'll just stick to non-Christian comedy.
You know what's crazy is that the first time I ever saw Michael perform live was at a cafe
La Pregunta Cafe on 137th Street, across the street from City College.
So I saw Room 28, and you guys did the Jesus, I think it was wrestling skit or something like
Jesus. If Jesus. So it was a scenario of
Right.
Jesus being something else. It was like a wrestler, which was J.W. Cortez was that.
Yes.
And that was Jamie and Jerry. And I think one of them was if Jesus was a stoner.
that. Yes.
And so it was different variations of it.
And I thought it was the funniest shit I had ever
Yeah.
seen in my life. And I wrote about after we saw the Room 28 show, and I actually learned about you guys through Elmo because Elmo worked with my sister at an ad agency.
Yes.
And and I just like I said in the Instagram post, it was my sister brought me out because she was like, "Oh, you think you're the only Dominican person out here doing stuff in theater?" Because I went to LaGuardia High School, and I was like,
Nice.
"Yeah." So I was like, "Oh, this is great," but there were definitely not enough kids of color in drama. It was the drama department was the whitest department in the school, and so I was like, "There's no hope for Dominicans in theaters. I'm gonna have to do everything first by myself." And my sister was like, "Actually, no, and let me show you some people who are doing it." And so for me, it was really the first introductions of seeing any sort of Dominicans
Yeah.
from New York doing anything. So when
Yeah.
I say yo, I look up to y'all, it's not some kiss ass shit. I genuinely at the age, I think it was 15 at the time, saw you guys for the first time and watched y'all grow. And this was before social media blew up. So when social media came back and I captured you guys and saw the work you guys were doing, it was really exciting. I would always talk to Skittles about it and be like, "Oh my God, we have to see a show. And finally Skittles got to see a Room 28.
Your first one?
Yes, it was my first
Oh
one.
my God! Wait, we gotta hear from Frank. Discuss. I love hearing first timers. I live for this shit.
Rachel's the human focus group. She's where you went? Can you fill this out real quick? Don't have to put your name. Just it could be anonymous, but still.
Okay, really quick questions. What did you expect going in, and what did you get coming out?
I honestly had never been to a sketch show, period. So I didn't really know what to expect other than the fact that I was going to see sketches, and I expected that it would be Latin, Latino-centric, content. What I really enjoyed was how you guys engaged us from beginning to end. I didn't realize that the 90 minutes passed at all. When you guys had finished the first sketch, I was like, it's done? And I love that you guys, the way you guys, mixed it up. You had a sketch, then you had a stand-up, then the screen came down, you showed a video, you showed your digital content, you had your advertisements for We Are Latinos Out Loud happening.
Shameless plug.
No, and I loved it. I thought it was brilliant because I was like, it just wasn't too much of anything. It was a nice tasting of everything, and I thought that the sketches were hilarious. You know that my favorite one was the lineup pickup. That's my shit, and honestly,
We know.
Honestly,
We know.
Honestly, I'm gonna speak it into existence right now that says I will one day go to a lineup to find her boo, because only one of them did the crime. So fuck out of here. There's exactly.
All the three are just highly suspicious looking guys with some time on their hands.
Yeah, that shit was so funny, and the coat sketch. I liked a lot of them, but that was that specifically that one was my favorite.
Shout out to Alessio. He's so good at taking off his shirt when it
And then so here's the thing. The entire time, he took off his shirt, and I was like, Julissa, that's daddy right there, that's daddy. And then this motherfucker got engaged at the end of the show. Didn't even give me 2 seconds of the chance.
You couldn't even flirt
to
after
drink
the
my
show.
drink.
You couldn't even flirt after the show. It was just
I
done.
couldn't.
He was basking in the
I
marriage.
felt obligated to go to his fiance and be like, congratulations.
Learning lesson. Next time, go to the first show because he didn't. And you would have had like a good 3 hours of still. You know what I mean?
So smart. Anyway, what about you, Frank?
My name is Frank Nibs. I'm a son,
Oh, very good, very good. A good son too.
podcaster,
Prodigal son?
producer. I rep the heights all day, all night. Born and raised.
Yeah.
And
Are you Dominican?
hell yeah. I said born and raised in the heights. I mean, the possibilities of being anything.
There's a
else,
lot of
so-
Jews in the Heights.
Used to be. Back in the days.
Well, Frank, I mean, we can't assume. Oh, hold on. We can't assume that you're 100% Dominican because your last name is Nibs. Nibs.
How do you
Nibs.
say that in Dominican?
Neeps.
Neeps.
Yeah. Neeps.
Yo, when I first met, I was like, by accident, because I'm just like, I'm real bad with last name. I'm like, yo, Frank Nips. And he's like, no, it's not nipples, it's nibs. And I'm like, my bad, bro. Dirty mind. Apologize.
I'm experiencing the Nibs last name. I thought it was short for something. Like, you know, there was Nibsiago or something.
Nib Fernandez or something. Nib Nandez, yeah. Yes.
Awesome.
So, Latinos Out
Oh
Loud.
my God.
And we're going to go down the line in a very organized fashion. No. What is, when you guys go out to brunch and you guys are, you know, with the guys or the girls or the guys and the girls and those who haven't decided yet, what are you guys choosing to drink? What is your signature brunch bebida?
Well, it's funny because we have a brunch crew that Frank is working his way into.
Yeah, I haven't gotten it.
I'm sorry, Frank, but you know, we've been on hiatus too. We got to get back into it. We have a brunch crew, and we do go out to brunch. It's been a while, but we were going at it religiously, so I think we know each other's drinks. For me, it's a tie between a Bellini and Prosecco. Prosecco is my go-to. It all depends on what happened the night before. You know, or the day before, the week before.
Facts.
Bago.
Yo, I'm a mimosa head, like straight up mimosa, and I like. There's a trick that I just realized. So if like brunch ends at 2 p.m., I like to go like around 1:30 because for whatever particular reason, the bartenders or whoever come, they know you have to get the 30 minutes worth, so they can refill it a lot. Because if you go way in advance, they take their time. They'll go all the other places. So I like to go like around 1:30 where I know I need to get the bang, you know, from my buck. So I go in later. The frequency is there, and you enjoy it, and then you can still have the food, right?
And if it's one of those places that like you get a certain, like they say, okay, you have unlimited for 90 minutes. If you show up at 1:30, they still gotta serve you for the 90 minutes. So
Damn, yo.
yeah.
Damn. Wow. Yo, this is deep, yo. It's a form. It's like a hack. So
Listen,
like
you came
this is
to
going to be
the
like a
brunch,
YouTube
we
video
got the
here.
hacks. We got it.
Yeah. Frank, what's yours?
What's your
I
brunch?
do the Bloody Marys. With the lime because
Okay.
Explícame esa vaina a mí, because I
That's very nibs. Very nibs.
I'm like tomato soup, motherfuckers be putting shrimp, bacon, burgers on top of this. Shit's una comida. ¿Cómo se bebe uno eso
the reason
unlimited?
behind the tomatoes is that it keeps el humo from the night before, te lo cura, and you can keep on drinking. Really? Yes, and that's when you put the lime also. That's the whole theory behind the Bloody Marys. It keeps you going because of the tomato juice, so it keeps you going. You could drink from Saturday night into the day.
Interesting.
Wow. I like, you know what? That's like him saying, don't counter me.
Right.
I was the bartender. I know this. I know this. These are facts.
No, because I see that shit and I'm always like, that's some white people shit. Drinking tomato juice with vodka.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that shit?
It's like some vegan drink. Shit, you know.
All right, so now you guys have your drinks or whatever. What is your signature go-to plate when you go to brunch?
Oh my God, let's switch.
Oh, we're switching it up?
Why not? Why do we have to be so symmetrical?
I'm just thinking about the person that's listening to it and not watching it.
So my go-to is some type of omelet. I love omelets. So it'd probably be like a Spanish omelet. But if I'm on one of those like, yo, you know what? I'm going to have like 5,000 calories type of brunch, then I would definitely have like French toast or pancakes. You know what I mean? And then not eat after that because first off, 2 reasons. I'm not going to eat after that because I pass out. Usually getting day drunk is like, yo, you wake up like at 7, like, oh my God, what happened?
I love it though, because then it's something you're like, okay, great, second win time.
Yeah.
I'm no.
Jeopardy comes on? Come on.
I'm notorious.
Yeah.
I fall asleep on the toilet. I always get home. I'm like, oh, I gotta pee all this shit out. And me levanto, and it'll be 7 p.m. and I'm on my toilet, just like.
Yo,
Next time done. Hey guys, time to go.
yeah.
It is.
Day drinking is such a fascinating, blur, right? It's like a blur.
I personally prefer day drinking because you can get drunk, like go through it, be a hot mess, and be in time for bed.
Yeah.
Before the hangover kicks in too.
So because Frank, hold on. I feel like this is a theme. Before Frank continues, hold on. Have you ever has this ever happened to you where you like make plans at night and you go day drinking and it's like, fuck, you gotta like send them a text like, nah, it's not happening. Cause it's like, yo, you get too drunk and it's like, nah, I ain't going out afterwards. It's just so difficult,
All the time. At plans I know I definitely don't want to make but want to commit to, I put on days where I'm brunching. Because then the drunk thing is real. Like they go to the Instagram story, they'll be like, oh no, yeah, she really did get drunk.
Yeah.
Hacks.
Frank, you want to go?
Before 35 years old, it was chicken and waffles. Then after 35, it was garden omelets.
What's with the age limit on the plate?
I mean, for you youngsters, after a certain age, your body kind of changes.
Digestive system, it's
you
just
gotta
not the
change it
same.
out.
Yeah.
Wow.
All that tomato juicy te pone a cagar, ¿verdad? Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. I didn't even know that. You learn something with these questions, you know that?
I really stick to one thing most of the time, and it's like huevos rancheros.
Oh, yeah.
Menu.
That's
I
true.
celebrate when it's on the menu. When it's not, I'll do eggs of some sort, eggs Benedict, eggs, just plain old eggs.
Huevos.
But I do appreciate an accompaniment of some sort of warm bread. Like if the restaurant came out with some warm bread and some jams on the side with a little fold over napkin to keep it warm.
Okay, so
you're getting a good Yelp review.
So have you ever been to Calle Ocho?
Yes.
They're fucking there's like a cinnamon bread that they have, but also the strawberry butter.
Oh, good night.
And then
There too are pretty.
yes. All the sangrias, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. And then there's another place in Brooklyn that has they make you biscuits, but they have oh my God, it's like a cinnamon butter. Girl. It's called oh my God, Richardson's. It's in Williamsburg. It's on the south side. It's with an R. I will let you know after the episode when I look it up. Yeah, it's so
Like
good.
a good homemade jam. With
Fig jam.
Figs.
Jam.
Figs have been the discovery
Wow.
of my adulthood.
Figs are like slept on, yo.
They really are. They really are. People think of
They're the
raisins.
most popular in the family, but you know what? Give figs a try.
Yes, that's that white
Figs
people
and
shit with the
prunes, give 'em a
crackers
try.
and the shit. Yeah, especially when you're backed up. Those prunes help out.
Okay, another hack.
Another hack.
Another brunch hack. Everything comes out after the brunch.
Yo,
Good
I
cleanse.
had my both C-sections. They don't let you leave the hospital until you have a movement because they want to be sure that they put all the intestines back in the right position. And
Wait,
the first-
your intestines got out of position.
Yeah, they pull everything
What?
out. Yeah. Oh my God. Every time I tell like
What? What?
It was showtime with my organs out there. That's what, like,
my
it depends where the
God.
baby is, but they do yank a lot of stuff out. That's why the curtain's up and you don't see anything. It's major surgery. It's major abdominal surgery. Pero,
Yeah, that's why mothers are the way they
I'm
are.
gonna use the fuck out of this scar. Be like, look what you did to me. Now go in your room. Anyway, they don't let you leave unless you do a movement, and I couldn't pass a movement with the first child. I wanted to go home so badly. I was there an extra night with a high fever. Anyway, they were like, we've tried everything. And my mother, the Dominican, was like, dale rum juice.
Yeah.
Right away, son.
Right.
Right away.
Yeah, that's just no
15
joke.
minutes of gulping maybe a this size tumbler.
Oh, wow.
Prune juice.
Wow. Yeah, that shit's no joke.
Yeah.
So, tell us about what it was like going out to eat for you guys growing up. Frank, why don't you start?
Oh, Frank, your turn.
I grew up in the Heights, and it was 5 boys, so we didn't really go out too much. My mother and my dad couldn't afford it. So I think I went out maybe twice. To Beefsteak Charlie's we went to.
Beefsteak
You
Charlie's.
remember that?
Of course they do. They had good sangria too. My mother used to get lit off the sangria Beefsteak Charlie's.
So going out back there also was McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
Right.
All the time.
McDonald's was like a big thing. My mom used to take us all like on a Sunday, take us to McDonald's. So that was like the big going out thing.
Yeah, nice. What about you, Michael?
No, I didn't. My mom would cook. I mean, we never went out. I think it was very old school. I think as we got older, yeah, but growing up, it literally was, her going to church and then coming back and having the breakfast and stuff like that. But the brunch experience was when I became an adult. So
We never did brunch. I had no idea what brunch was until I was way older.
Right.
But we would go out a lot to eat, you know. I guess because I was the youngest of 3, and by that time I was like, vámonos, let's go para lo chino or something. There was something to go to Chinese food. But every fucking time, my dad would lose his patience and leave.
this damn place.
Never ever, they hold up on me, madre. There was never ever an outing that ended with the family together.
What do you mean there's no bread with the folded napkin on top of it?
Was it because you guys were
That's what my
too
daughter
loud? What
wants.
would he be tight at?
My dad is sin paciencia. He's a Jew that's very much like, I ordered the iced tea 10 minutes ago. I'm going home.
Get that fucking Bloody Mary out of my way! It's white shit. I know I'm white, but it's too white.
One of the kids would act up and he'd lose it. Or my mother would lose it with him and she'd leave. It was always a different
That's funny.
combination.
Wow, that's an experience. All right, so when you guys are out, what is your favorite bochinche topic to discuss over your meal?
Oh,
Frank,
wow.
it sounds like you have an answer. You said, "Oh my god."
Frank, oh, yeah. No, it's in your head. Let it out. Say it and look at the camera once in a while.
Let's go.
No, I mean, you know, I mean,
That sounded really nasty.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
One of my mantras.
We go through, I mean, we've known each other for a while, so
Long time.
our conversations go through a lot of different type of layers, and we riff on a lot of different type of things. You'll be surprised what we riff on. But we riff on a lot of different shit.
We,
Give me an
I
example.
bring the conspiracies, you know. I'll bring up the crazy conspiracies, you know. I let them have it. They're sick of me when it comes to conspiracies.
I'm not sick of it. No,
You're not?
I'm not. No.
Mike is done. Pretty
No
much,
way.
but,
Actually, I could say that because I've been hearing it for 18 years. So before the podcast, I've been hearing it all the time. That's like why I was like, yo, Frank needs to be on this podcast because there is not another voice that's reflective of how Frank thinks of these conspiracies. No, when we get together, we just pretty much shit talk about other Latino podcasts. So, you know, we can't tonight.
So when you have
Did you hear the segment? It sounds just like that fake news. What's up with that? No, well, y'all safe. You know what I'm saying? Well, others, we go in. You know what I
Wear
mean?
the right color.
We'll tag them in this video. Rachel, what about you? What do you do when you...
Well, when we go out to brunch, we talk industry a lot. I think so. You know, and by industry, I know that's like super vague. It could mean everything from like the Oscars to the Last Room 28 sketch comedy show. Like it always comes up. What else do we talk about? Or like with my girlfriends, I mean, we definitely talk about how bad our male friends are aging.
Holy shit.
Facts.
Franks, they're gonna talk about your chicken and waffle age limit now.
But this is my college circle of friends. That's just the college
Oh,
girls.
okay.
That group.
True.
The men in our
Still
class are just like, they're all bald and like they're looking crazy. But I really think the ladies are looking fly. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, yeah, I think that's it. But a lot of like industry talk. It's good to catch up. For me, when we go out to brunch, I really appreciate other people's perspective, which is why I got so excited when you told me it was your first time at a Route 28 show. I live for that shit. I live for like that kind of data. When it comes to numbers, I'm not your girl. This is the guy.
Frank is like, Frank knows it.
I'm into the like psychographic.
Yeah, that's
Into
awesome.
it.
That's really awesome.